games out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Murray now on first down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Murray's going to yield to Drake on the option. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 43. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The ball carrier.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Second and 9. Murray. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray with a 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. So that'll back them up 5. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. This is brought in at the 21. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Get a couple up to about the 30.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
After the interception, here's Smith. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down, Washington.
that's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Jordan Hicks brought him down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's the end.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Try and run for it with Jones. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Caught left side, Williams. 3-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And 7 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun now from Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown of the new season. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes this Washington 14. Cardinals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Murray again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 12-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. On play action, it's Murray. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Throwing again, Murray. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 27-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That was Patrick Peterson from his cornerback spot, whirling in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jones. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it.
So first thing across my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. After the turnover, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Murray. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray forced out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. From the gun, Murray dancing to his left. Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down.
Incomplete, out of the end zone. Brings up.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Looking to throw on second down. Smith, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. First down, Jones. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Again, it's Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the red zone now, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
To number 83.
Andrew Beck there to make the grab. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. First down, Murray. Throw left side complete. It's Williams.
Murray's pass.
Three yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Daniels. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Daron Payne picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 19 yards away. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
Extra point.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Smith. And he whips that one incomplete there.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 35. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. They'll run it with Jones. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Ronald Jones unable to get to that imaginary yellow line. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the fourth down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Murray now on first down. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Daniels has it left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And now the Cardinals are within a two-point conversion of tying up this game. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for two. Murray to air it out again. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
In your face!
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Jalen Thompson.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Smith on 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard line.
Here's Jones. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 27-yard line.
Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. He's at the 40.
He's going to make everything happen.
10, 5. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 17,
Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Extra point is good.
And he's able to put it through.
Will tie the game, 28 all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And his throw is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw. Murray. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there. First down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Daniels. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Murray to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
To throw again. Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Murray now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Chase Edmonds. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. 7 yards there and a first down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A huge play there in overtime. 47 yards.
First down, Washington.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
2-yard line.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And maybe a measure measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
The 6-yard line. A gain of 2 yards brings up 4th and goal.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
A 23-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
The 35-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 12 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
At the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Murray. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal.
Where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance.